Hello, hello, hello. It is your mom of three in NYC, and I am back with another video. If this is your first time on this channel, welcome. My name is Taneza. I'm the mother of three energetic, absolutely, kids living in the heart of New York City. I would love to invite you to join my YouTube family, my tribe. All you have to do, SUBSCRIBE, subscribe down below. Welcome back to my current YouTube family. Thank you for your support. Bible scholars, this video is a review of 1 Chronicles chapter 21 and 22. Let's just jump on into it. Every verse that I read, I'll put on the screen, NIV translation. Whatever translation you have, stick with it. It is perfect. All right, chapter 21. I wanted to start by reading verses 1 and 2. Chapter is about David numbering his fighting men. So Satan rose up against Israel and incited David to take a census of Israel. So David said to Joab and the commanders of the troops, "Go count the Israelites from Beersheba to Dan. Then report back to me so that I may know how many there are." Joab questions King David, telling him they should not do this. But of course, the king's command overruled. They counted 1,100,000 men that could carry a sword. 470,000 were in Judah. Verse number 7. This command was also evil in the sight of God, so he punished Israel. And so I did some research, Bible scholars, and I was like, what's wrong with him taking a census? And the commentaries that I read stated that it was because of pride. David's pride is what was at fault. Why was taking a census bad? Issue of pride. David counted his military to show his might. God gave David 3 options as consequences. 1, 3 years of famine. 2, he could choose 3 months fleeing from his enemy, or 3 days of the sword of the Lord, a plague in the land, with the angel of the Lord ravaging every part of Israel. David chose the 3rd option. The Lord sent a plague on Israel. 70,000 men died. Verse 15, God sent an angel to destroy Jerusalem. But as the angel was doing so, the Lord saw it and was grieved because of the calamity, and said to the angel who was destroying the people, "Enough, withdraw your hand." The angel of the Lord was standing at the threshing floor of Araunah, the Jebusite. David begs God that he and his family should receive punishment, not the people. God ordered David to build an altar to the Lord on the threshing floor. He offered Araunah to pay full price, 600 shekels of gold. How much gold is that, Bible scholars? 15 pounds of gold. He was obedient in doing what the Lord told him to do. Verse 26, David built an altar to the Lord there, sacrificed burnt offerings and fellowship offerings. He called on the Lord. The Lord answered him with fire from heaven on the altar of burnt offering. Chapter 22. David gave orders to build the house of God. David called for his son Solomon, charging him to build this house for the Lord. Verses 7, 8, and 9. David said to Solomon, "My son, I had it in my heart to build a house for the name of the Lord my God, but this word of the Lord came to me. You have shed much blood, have fought many wars. You are not to build a house for my name, because you have shed much blood on the earth in my sight. But you will have a son who will be a man of peace and rest. I will give him rest from all his enemies on every side. His name will be Solomon. I will grant Israel peace and quiet during his reign. He's the one who will build a house for my name. He will be my son. I will be his father. I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever." David tells Solomon to be strong, be courageous, and that he needs to keep the laws of the Lord. Then he will have success. David provided 100,000 talents of gold, 1,000,000 talents of silver, quantities of bronze and iron too great to be weighed, wood and stone for this temple. David ordered the leaders to help Solomon. The chapter ends with verses 18 and 19. He said to them, "Is not the Lord your God with you? Has he not granted you rest on every side? For he has handed the inhabitants of the land over to me. The land is subject to the Lord and to his people. Now devote your heart and soul to seeking the Lord your God. Begin to build the sanctuary of the Lord God, so that you may bring the ark of the covenant of the Lord and the sacred articles belonging to God into the temple that will be built for the name of the Lord." All right, Bible scholars, as always, any questions, comments, or revelations, drop them in the comments below. I will see you our next review, which will cover 1 Chronicles chapters 23 and 24. Binge watch my playlist. I have 143 videos starting with the first chapter of Genesis. So please, please, please check those videos out and have an amazing day. Bye, Bible scholars.